Welcome back. It's art time, class. Today, we're going to be using perler beads to make our own craft gift. Let's get started. To begin, we have perler beads, a plastic fusible bead usually arranged on a plastic pegboard to form patterns and then fuse together with a cloth iron. So here are our plastic beads. Some people call them fuse beads, but they're actually called perler beads. And then our plastic pegboard, that's this guy right here. And then you're also going to have a tool called a tweezer, which is a small instrument-like pair of pincers for picking up small objects. Okay. And here are some examples. So this is probably too big. You can see that it is bigger than the palm of my hand, so that's probably too big to create in class. Here is another example that's even bigger. This one took me a long time to create. Here's another example, and my last big example. What we're going to be working on is something a little smaller. It's a much more manageable for your time. We only have 30 minutes of working time, so you want to create something that fits in the palm of your hand. And you want to make sure that you don't have a single strand of perler beads. And you'll see this right here. This is probably going to break once I take it out of the classroom. So I want to keep that at least 2 beads thick. So here's the example where it's 2 beads thick. Here's another example of a flower where it's 2 beads thick. Here's one where it's 3 beads thick. The only exception is if you're doing like a small antenna where there is like a diagonal little stair step right here. So it's not diagonal, there's also something right here that's going to connect it. And then you might have 1 or 2 off the edge, but you want to make sure that they're not like just a strand. I can't do just a strand of beads. It needs to be at least 2 thick. So let's look at how we're going to create this. Let's see here. I've got my tweezers and a little cup, and you're going to have just a bunch of random colors in here. I want to add a little bit more to my flower, and I'm kind of doing purple pink. So here I grabbed 2 together. You could grab just 1 separate. Some of us do prefer using our fingers. It is up to you which one you prefer. I like using the tweezers so I can grab each individual one because my fingers are a little bit bigger than yours, so I need that little bit of a pinching type device here. That is the tweezer. All right. So I just place them on the pegboard how I want. Let's add a little bit more to this. Once you're finished with your idea, so here I go. Actually, let's move this one right there. Yes, I like that. So once you're finished with your idea, you are going to take your pegboard and walk it to the supply table in the back. I'm going to be back there ironing, and it's very important that you're not standing around and watching me do this. Okay, I have a hot iron, and I'm going to be very busy working on this and making sure it's ironed and ready for you. So I need you to go back to your assigned seat or your assigned square spot where there'll be a fun, engaging video for you to watch. And then you can come back and check every few minutes if your design is ready. So you're going to, here I have a little sample little board here. You're going to pick it up and you're going to place it on my supply table. You be sure not to drop it because oh yeah, it's easy to have these guys bounce, so you want to be sure not to drop it. You want to place it down. Let me put my square cloud back into place. Put that one there. There we go. So it's supposed to look something like a blue square cloud. And we're going to iron these. Let's see what they look like. So here I am back with my fused examples. At this point, I've ironed it and I've given it a few minutes to cool off. I want to be sure that it's not hot to the touch. So when you're checking, you just tap it with your finger. And if you can hold your finger there for a few seconds and be like, yeah, it's not hot, you can take this back to your seat and you're going to take your tweezers and you're going to slowly remove it from the pegboard. There we go. And here is the finished product. Let's go ahead and practice that again with our other examples. So I'm going to take this and kind of slip it under. There we go. Take that tweezer and kind of slip it under the pegs here. There it goes. Let's try this one. I can see that it's kind of coming up a little bit. Yes, we've got it. Haha, there we are. It's removed. I really like the way the see-through beads turned out on my sun idea. This last one, I gotta stick it under there. Got the bottom part up. Let's get this part up. There we go. Yes. All right, so now that I have my idea already taken off the pegboard, fused and taken off, if I want to have, if you want me to put a magnet on the back, you'll need to bring it to the supply table and leave it at the back of the room. I'm going to put magnets on these in the last 5 minutes of class to finish off our activity. So the last 15 minutes of class, we're cleaning up. There's no more adding to your pegboard because time is up. I need time to iron it and let it cool. And that takes at least 10 minutes. And then in the last 5 minutes of class, any of these at the back of the room, I'm going to be hot gluing a little magnet to it. So you can add it to your fridge at home. Give this as a gift if you'd like. So here are just some ideas. You get one idea. You get to do one. I know I had more than one on my pegboard, but you only have enough time and resources for each student to have one. So definitely do your best. I can't wait to see what you create in the art room. Until next time, keep being creative.